Hello students, welcome to the tutorial on positive definite functions and matrices. In this tutorial, we are going to quickly see the key points discussed in the lecture videos, and also we are going to discuss some problem examples. The quadratic function in variable xy is represented here. It can also be written in the matrix form in this way. So you can observe the the matrix form, which is V transpose AV. Here A is a square matrix and the other diagonal elements are same. The partial derivatives of the quadratic function is calculated at the given point PQ, and it is represented as f subscript x and f subscript y. So this represents the first order partial derivative at a point PQ. Second order partial derivatives are represented like this: f subscript xx, f subscript yy, and f subscript xy. A stationary point of a function is the point where the first order partial derivatives are zero. So if you see in the graph, so in the graph it will be something. Suppose these are two functions, so this is the point where the derivative is equal to 0, and this is the point where the derivative is equal to 0. So these are the points, these are the stationary points for this function and this function. For uh, for a function in a higher dimension, we go with suppose we are talking about two dimensions, then we consider the determinant d, which is actually a determinant of second order partial derivatives with respect to x, y, and xy. So this helps in performing second partial derivative test, second order partial derivative test, and this can be summarized in this table. So if second order partial derivative with respect to x is greater than 0 and the determinant is also greater than 0, then we say the function is having a minima at the given point PQ. If f subscript xx is less than 0, then we say it is having a maxima. If the determinant is less than 0, we say the function is having a saddle point, and if the determinant is equal to 0, the test ends inconclusive, so we cannot determine what is actually happening at the point. We probably may need to investigate further. We will see some more examples of these as we go on. Definiteness in terms of defined for a matrix. So before that, we'll discuss about the trace and determinant in terms of eigenvalues. So for a square matrix, uh, the trace is actually sum of all eigenvalues of the matrix A, and determinant is actually product of all eigenvalues of A. So a matrix A is called the definiteness of a matrix A is summarized in this table. So if the function is positive at all points, then we say the matrix A, which is present in uh, the matrix representation form of the function here. So the matrix A will be called positive definite if the function stays positive at all points. If it is non-negative at all points, then we say the matrix A is positive semi-definite. You can also check this in another way. If all the eigenvalues are positive for the matrix A, then we say the matrix A is a positive definite. If it is the all eigenvalues are non-negative, then we say the matrix A is positive semi-definite, and so on. If the function has is positive at some point and is negative at some other point, then we say uh, this matrix is actually uh, an indefinite matrix. There is another way to verify it. If the eigenvalues of A are both positive and negative, then we say the matrix A is indefinite matrix. We will further investigate for 2 cross 2 real symmetric matrix, which is applicable for the quadratic functions. So as we have seen that quadratic functions we can represent in this form as well, where the diagonal elements are other diagonal elements are same, and for the quadratic functions, uh, so if the matrix A will be positive definite if A is positive and AC minus B square is greater than 0. If AC minus B square is greater or equal to 0, then and A is greater than 0, then the matrix is positive semi-definite. And if A is less than 0 and AC minus B square is greater than 0, we say the matrix is negative definite, and so on. If AC minus B square is less than 0, then which is actually the determinant of this, uh, so if the determinant is less than 0, then we say the matrix is indefinite. We are going to see some examples. So this is the quadratic function, and it can be also represented in this matrix form. Okay, and uh, if we check for a stationary point, so the partial derivative for the function fxy will be f subscript x, which is 8x plus 4y, and fy will be 4x plus 4y. And the first order partial derivatives at point 0 0, so f subscript x will be 0, f subscript y will be 0. This means since the partial derivatives are 0 at point 0 0, the function is having a stationary point at the point 0 0. We will also check the second order partial derivatives. The second order partial derivative with respect to x is 8, which is positive, and the other partial derivatives are f and f subscript xy equal to 0 and f subscript yy equal to 4. So if we calculate the determinant, it comes positive, which is 4. Since f subscript xx is positive and b is greater than 0, this means the function is having a minima at point 0 0. If we see this graphically, the function will look like this. Okay, so it is having a positive curvature, uh, in on both the axes, on the x direction as well as on the y direction. So you can see the point 0 0 is at the middle of the small blue shaped ball, and that's why this is a minima. And we can see that the function stays positive at all places. It is always positive for all the values of xy which is not equal to 0. That's why it is a positive definite function. We will try to check with the determinant test. So that in the determinant form, it can be written as this. So here a is greater than 0 and ac minus b square is greater than 0. That's why it's a positive semi-definite function, positive definite function. If we see the eigenvalues, both are positive. That's why the function is also the eigenvalue test also uh, confirms that this is a positive definite function. In second example, uh, so this function can also be written in this form, and we will further investigate about the stationary point of this function. So the partial derivatives are calculated here, which is f subscript x, which is actually 2x, and with respect to y it will be minus 2y. So at the point 0 0, all these derivatives, first order derivatives, are vanishes, and that's why this is the point 0 0 is an stationary point for this function. We will check the second order partial derivatives. So second order partial derivative with respect to x will be 2, with respect to y will be minus 2, and with respect to f subscript xy will be 0. The determinant will come as minus 4. We can see that f subscript xx is positive, and b is a negative value. Uh, so since d is negative, this indicates the function is having a saddle point at 0 0. We'll try to investigate graphically. So if we see the plot of this function f x square minus y square, we see that it is having uh, a minima in the direction of x and maxima in the direction of y. So it is forming uh, a structure in the form of saddle, a horse saddle. That's why this point 0 0 is called a saddle point. Also, we can see the function. This function is not a definite function. It has a different value, a positive value at some point and a negative value at some point. So that's why we can it comes under indefinite function. We will also perform the determinant test. So the determinant test also says that it's an indefinite function. If we calculate the eigenvalues, we'll see that there are two eigenvalues. One is negative and another one is positive, and that also confirms that this function is an indefinite function. Okay, so I hope this will help you to understand the key concepts covered in the lectures. Thank you.